Listing generation system. Real estate success. Do you have a real estate strategy for the next 5 to 10 years? Do you have a strategy the next time we face a recession or another financial crisis? According to this Harvard article, the next crash will be in 2024. Financial analysts are already saying the next crash is inevitable. Real estate crashes have been happening for over 200 years. It will happen again, and the next one will make the 2008 one look like a trip to Disneyland. I recently read an article in which Warren Buffett says not to only survive, but to take advantage of the market crash. Buffett made millions in the last crash. He purchased 700 million shares of Bank of America stock for $5 billion. Today it is worth 21 billion. And here's the article. I'm going to show you how to have a thriving real estate listing business in a booming market or in another crisis. I will show you how to get good sellable listings, great properties in great neighborhoods with great motivated sellers that will beg you to take their 6% listing. Let me share a story with you. 20 years ago, I was offered a job by the owner of a real estate lending company. He was a really smart guy. He was vice president of the biggest mortgage company in the San Fernando Valley before he started his own lending company. I learned so many things working for him. He was the best at doing loans. He was the kind of guy that would make like between $300,000 to $400,000 per year, and this was 20 years ago. One day we were having coffee, and he handed me a box. I opened the box, and in the box were five 8.5 by 11 bound books. It was a course on buying discounted mortgages. I asked him why he bought that course. He did not respond to anything. I had seen him buy and sell discounted mortgages all the time, and he was very good at it. Remember, he was at the top of his game doing loans, but he continued to buy courses, always sharpening his axe. Over the next few months, he consumed all the materials. I would occasionally ask him about it, but he would not say much. I could tell his mind was busy processing the materials. He knew loans and he knew the discounted paper business too, but he bought a course from an expert at the discounted paper business. When the real estate timing was right, he started a campaign to buy discounted loans across the country. Over a 3-year time period, he and his partners bought discounted mortgages across the country. I would research the property ownership records, the chains of title to make sure everything was good, and I would check if there was any IRS liens, state tax liens, or child support liens, or if there was any pending litigation against the property. My boss owned a very successful real estate lending company. He got some specialized training from someone that had specialized knowledge, and he and his partners made millions. Can you guess what happened next? They retired. They were in the processes of closing down their office. We were wrapping up loose ends on their investment files. In conversation, I told my boss that I was going to get into real estate sales. My boss said, okay, you will do well in real estate sales, but focus all of your efforts on working with real estate listings only. I did not understand why my boss said to work with real estate listings only. I wanted to work with everyone and everything in real estate. I interviewed at a big brokerage house, and as a new agent, they were encouraging me to work with first-time home buyers. And their logic was if I messed up or something went wrong, the buyer would not know any better. The client would not know any better. I read everything I could get my hands on real estate success. I was a member of Buy Referral Only, an expensive real estate coaching club, for a year. I am a student of Jay Abraham. His hourly consulting fee is $5,000 per hour with an 8-hour minimum. I have also attended many of his seminars. I know all the materials of Tom Hopkins, Mike, and Tom Ferry. I started working as a real estate sales agent, and I focused all of my efforts on working with listings. Within a few months, I was closing an average of 3 listings a month. My income went from $3,000 a month to $15,000 to $20,000 per month. Some of my listings I would double end. My real estate plan was easy and very profitable. I would get a listing in a very tight competitive market. I would put the listing up on the MLS and I would start getting offers. Offers would start coming in. I would do one counter to all the offers with our contingencies, and it was to submit their best and final offer. During this process, I would receive heartbreaking calls from buyer's agents that had been in real estate for years, and I was a newbie. They would ask me to accept their client's offer. I had to do what was right for the sellers. They would tell me that they had been showing houses for months and that they had not closed an escrow in 3, 6, 9 months. That is when I understood why my boss said to work with real estate listings only. I have been in real estate for 30 years now. I have worked with the biggest and the best in real estate. My real estate businesses thrive in good or bad real estate markets. Let me show you exactly how to do it step by step. I created a real estate listing system. There are more real estate listings in your own backyard than you could ever handle. I will show you how to think outside the box. Most people that get into real estate, they have no plan. Let me show you this strategy for real estate success for the next 5 to 10 years. According to the Harvard article, the real estate market is going to crash again in 2024. I will show you several real estate listing sources with no competition. After working with listings, I do not want to work with buyers, driving them around for months and hope they find a house for them and hope that they do not get outbid when they're making offers on the house. It's so much better just to work with real estate listings only. Everyone that gets into real estate, they get into real estate with no plan. They say they want to work with buyers, they want to work with FSBOs, expireds, or they want to farm a geographical area, which takes months and months of work and money to get everything going, and it's very expensive. There is a whole other world out there besides working with those traditional methods, farming, FSBOs, and expireds. That's what everyone does that gets into real estate. And that is why there is such a high failure rate in real estate, 87%. I learned so many cool strategies by putting my time in and working with some really successful real estate professionals. I will show you listing sources with motivated sellers that want to sell now. They are obvious after someone shows you. Once you're closing at least 3 listings a month from your first listing source, then we will go on to build other listing sources. Again, for motivated sellers. None of this stuff that people have a $250,000 house and they want $500,000 for it. No, all of these are motivated sellers. While you are closing your listings today and tomorrow, you will be signing up with loan servicing companies, asset companies, banks, credit unions, etc. that have loan portfolios in your area. That needs to happen now before the next recession. When real estate goes into a recession, you will be ready and you will have REO accounts. I know REO listing agents that get hundreds of assignments. What if you have 15 or 20 assignments per month? But if you set up yourself right today, you could have hundreds of REO assignments. Remember what I said. If you try to get into it when it's already happening and it's all over the media, by that time it's too late. You need to get into it before. I compress time. What took me 30 years to learn and figure out, I show you exactly how to do it step by step to have a real estate success. I created listing flyers and letters that convert listing prospects into listings and close escrows. It cost me tens of thousands of dollars in mailing cost and in creating these flyers and letters. I show you how to position yourself to be the only logical choice for your listing prospect. You will run circles around your competition. If you are serious about getting ahead in the real estate in the market and double and tripling your listings, call me at 213-804-7437 to be on fast track. Or you can sign up for my free real estate video course.